the President of NFF, First Vice President, the Secretary General, the technical staff, the MD of GTI, and our new brand coach, Coach Philip George. Good morning and welcome everyone. It's not every day, it's not all the time that you find the Minister of Sports Development attending the unveiling of a coach for any of our sports. When I say any of our sports, I'm trying to underscore the fact that we have at least 40 different other sports and we are still counting. And all these 40 different sports, at different points in time, also appoint their sports coaches. So it's not all the time you find the Minister of Sports Development in attendance. With the unveiling of the senior national team coach for football, the Honorable Minister of Sports has to be in attendance. We have to find a way to continue to carry in everything that we do the popular sentiments of our countrymen and women. And the popular sentiments of our countrymen and women is the kind of love for football that pervades everywhere. Having said so, it's a very small ceremony, but very symbolic and very momentous. Symbolic and momentous. I mean, it's, I was just discussing with the president of NFF, and I find out that this will be about the first time in several years ago where the senior national team football coach is unveiled in a formal ceremony of this nature. And I need to thank and praise the leadership of the NFF for making this to happen. Let me also say and underscore the boldness in appointing an indigenous coach for the, Super Eagles. As an individual, I've always recounted to people, and I said, each time Nigeria takes part in AFCON, any country I find an indigenous coach sitting in their bench, I always remain very proud. And I'm glad that we have an opportunity today to have a Nigerian coach, Coach Philip George, as senior men's national team coach. So I thank the initiative that has brought this to happen. And you can see the twist of history. Several years ago, as a university student in the University of Calabar, every Saturday I would go to the UJ Sone Stadium to watch Calabar Rovers play, and therefore to watch Philip George play as a player of the Rovers of Calabar. Today I find myself sitting here and watching his unveiling as the coach of the Super Eagles. That's quite tremendous. And I'm glad that the football community in Nigeria received the appointment of Philip George quite joyously. I'm glad at the level of calmness that greeted the appointment of Philip George. When you take a good decision, you find the reaction very calm. In spite of the kind of things that were thrown up in the media, I think the announcement, a decision had to be taken. And I'm glad that that decision was well received. I find, and I need to join the president to also make this clarion call, that Philip George requires the support and the cooperation of everyone. If you love Nigeria and you love Nigerian football, you must love and support the choice of Philip George. Being the senior men's national team coach is no easy position. It's just no easy position. When you are appointed the coach of the Super Eagles, you are appointed to be in charge of Nigerian football. is a lot that should happen. And I think that is almost next to being the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because of how impactful that role would be. So all of us should have him in our prayers. He has a responsibility to bring back the liveliness and the happiness and the excitement of Nigerians. All of this is in his hands. You heard the president talk about the interest in Nigerian football by foreign coaches, which was determined in terms of the number that actually applied for this job. So interest in our football is on the ascendancy. If at no other time, at the time when we have President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president of our country, who started with so much support for football, we cannot afford to let him down. Every step we take must be a step that is driven by the concern and the determination, not to disappoint him and not to disappoint Nigerians. I congratulate Finidi George. He has the best wishes of the Ministry of Sports Development and all sports-loving Nigerian men and women, and I have no doubt in my mind that he will take Nigerian football